Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
2nd down and 3.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
On the move past the 40.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Burton. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. Off the play fake. Burton slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Burton steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Burton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they don't come out and score fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Away. And the Eagles
Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Burton. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense. So they've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Burton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sherman. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Jenkins. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Burton. He finds his man complete. It's Sherman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's not critical about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, Burton. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Fourth down, Burton. This is Donnell with a grab. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. Off the play fake, Burton. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Quick slant, Dotson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Was that a design pass or what was it?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. It's Jenkins, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs it way around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
5 yards remain on second down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Jenkins. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from the home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the... And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Burton. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On second down now. It's Jenkins, and a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action, Burton. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Burton. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Jenkins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We are through. Off-play action, Burton.
On the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Across the 30-yard line. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He's going to keep this again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, He committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And some room to maneuver. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
It's a second down run with Sanders.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. He'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal does. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 3. And that's complete to Brown. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. What do you think? Play this safe, just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 30 yards. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A partner. say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
No timeouts. That's a dangerous proposition. Look in the middle of the field. Unfortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now, because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call. But you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading 000. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. He's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one because now with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Burton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Over the diamond on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And Dotson, he's got it. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Eagles, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.